Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Nick
and Helmi.
And I know you guys miss us, right?
Yes, because we also miss you.
That's right, so we're back out here for another food adventure. We're currently in Enmore, a suburb in Sydney, and we're gonna be trying more exotic food adventure.
Yes.
Something that we really love is trying less known places and dishes out here in Sydney.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be trying Nigerian food today.
Yes, so apparently this restaurant is the only Nigerian restaurant in Sydney, or maybe even in Australia.
Yeah, so that's a lot of pressure for the chef and the owner, you know?
Yeah.
What I love about going to these places is when you come there, you really feel like you're home. And that's what every sort of cultured based restaurant does.
Yeah.
And it's not too far away from Newtown train station as well. So to get here you can drive or you can take the public transport like train. I think it's best to take the train because it's just a little bit difficult to find parking around this area.
And also by the time you are watching this video, it's actually my birthday.
That's right.
Give me some love, like the video and then subscribe if you haven't already, and then comment below happy birthday Helmi.
Shameless plug.
Alright, so we are currently at this restaurant called Little Lagos, so the only Nigerian restaurant here in Sydney. I'm very excited because this is our first time trying it, and apparently this restaurant used to be pop-up here and there, but now it's permanent. Let's go!
So they pick a really great location, Enmore, because in Enmore, this one street here has so many different choices from Filipino food. You got a Japanese bakery just a block away, and right here is the Nigerian food. And this is the only restaurant, as Helmi said, in Sydney, and they just recently opened in April, which is like the worst timing ever, but look, they're doing well because it's so diverse, the place, and everyone's always out and about around this area trying to find new cuisines to try. So we're gonna order some of the traditional food here. We got Jollof Rice. So I've been told Jollof Rice is very traditional. The fried plantains, which is kind of like fried banana, which we actually have eaten before because if you guys don't know, we are Indonesian, and in Indonesia we eat Pisang Goreng, which is very similar to that. And then we're gonna be ordering the Goosey there. And finally, Puff Puff, which is like a dessert because, you know, Helmi.
Wow, this is so fragrant, and this one is the Jollof Rice, and we got the Goosey here, fufu, and also the fried plantains. I'm gonna try this one first. It looks super simple, right? I think they use the red capsicum, onion and tomato paste, and they blender it, and then after that they reduce down the water and then put into this big bowl of basmati rice. And there you go, you got the Jollof Rice. So the color is more like, you know, the Vietnamese tomato rice, but darker. Ooh, I love basmati rice. It's like the long grain style. So it's not like stick together, they have like individual rice, which is excellent. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and eat. You can taste the spiciness. It's more like there is a chili spice on it, but then it's more like peppery spicy. And you can taste the underlying curry as well, the Nigerian spices that they use, and also onion and garlic. It's so prominent. It's so addictive, right? Like, I think I can finish the whole bowl by myself. Sometimes you have like rice which stick together and become a bit soggy, but this one is like, I am individual rice, and then, you know, it's like, it's very nice.
Now we had the fried plantain here. It's actually like a fried version of banana. We have one in Indonesia, it's called Pisang Goreng. Plantain versus a normal banana. It's not as sweet, but it's perfect for cooking because they're more starchy and more tougher. But I can tell that it's actually quite soft now after you cook it. Look at that. Nice charcoaly kind of brown flavor. So we're gonna try this. It's cooked as it is. There's no addition, no sugar, no flour at all. Perfect. That is sweet. It's sweet as, seriously. It's a ripe plantain right there, very, very sweet. Wow. If you guys tried banana fritter before in Indonesia, the main differences is that we coat it with flour, while Nigerian plantain here, fried plantain, they don't coat it with anything, but they said one of the best things to do is actually combine it with jollof rice. That's a very, very interesting combination. It's actually really, really good. As I said, very, very addictive. The combination of that sweetness from the plantain and then that kind of curry, peppery hitness from the jollof rice, just perfect. It just blends really nicely together, and it's such a perfect combination. All right, so right now we're gonna see how egusi is made. So we've got some melon seed here, blend it together.
Okay, put a little bit of water.
Now she's added a few things, and we're just gonna ask what she added.
We have beef and cow leg.
Cow leg.
Yeah, the bone cow leg.
Yes.
We have what we call tribe. We call it shaki. We have stockfish and crayfish.
Crayfish.
It has its own kind of flavor that it gives the food. So without any soup, without this, no soup is complete.
Okay, so without the crayfish, there's no taste. That's what she said.
It's very exciting to see, how the food prepare, because you only see like the final dish, right? But when you see the behind the scene, very interesting.
There are so many different cuts of meat, dried fish and stockfish, and the melon seed as well. Wow, just insane. There's a lot of combination there. And then they've got sort of the pounded yam here. So usually what they do in Africa, they would get a fresh yam and then they would cut it and clean it up and then boil it and then they pound it. That's why it's called pounded yam. Most Western countries, we get more of the powdered version of yam. So this is the powdered version of yam, but it still tastes similarly the same. What you do is you would add the pounded yam to the egusi, but we're gonna try the egusi by itself first here. All right, let's try this. It kind of feels like tendon, very, very chewy and fatty there. Wow, recipe for heart attack, really. But it's so beautiful that immediately you get that spicy hit. The melon seed's actually really nice. It's sort of like a sort of mellow, subtle taste that's really good to combine it with all the heavy kind of meat cuts as well. But very, very spicy though, the egusi. Wow.
Hey, this is the beautiful chef.
Yes, right.
This is your puff-puff.
Thank you for cooking this delicious meal. We got our puff-puff really early.
Yeah.
That's for Helmi.
Yes.
Because she loves her dessert. But as you remember, they added dried fish and fish stock as well. So there is a fishiness taste to it as well. Very, very strong though. But when you combine it with all the chili and all the different meat cuts there, the tribe, the cow legs, is actually very, very tasty.
Normally, I don't really like the organs, but when they cook it like this, I guess all the spices come together, so it counterbalances all like the smelliness, like from the tribes or the skins. It's sort of like stew. So this is African stew. Compare with, let's say, European stew. They use the wine or butter. With the African stew, it's more like everything spices. Like they use a lot of spices. It's very, very big on spices, which is very interesting. Before today, which is exactly last night, I actually just Googled famous Nigerian food, and apparently it's the jollof rice and this one, which is fufu. And I thought this one looks like mantau, which is the Chinese bread, but it's really soft, like soft. It's spongy, like ow, ow, ow. Anyway, okay, let's eat this. Don't play with the food. My mom always say, don't play with the food, Helmi. Yeah. Okay. Let's eat this. It's like the injera and all the like the doro wort, because Dorot is like nice and big on spices as well, whereas injera is more like tangy and soury, so it's counterbalance. So in your palate you have a very good balance, and this is why fufu is really good with egusi. If you see my big smile, then you know this is dessert puff puff. Puff, puff, so puff. And apparently this is like African donut. You got the fried dough. Ooh, it's very soft and hot. Oh my god, I can't wait this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mine. Anyway.
Hang on.
No, it's all mine. Okay, let's open this one. Oh, it's very hot and oily. I'm loving this. You know, this is like your typical donut, but it's more dense. So it's like fried dough. And I wish they put a lot more sugar. Like, I literally just want to swipe all the sugar right here and then just eat it. So good. I think cinnamon also good as well with this. Like, put cinnamon sugar and then swipe it. Oh my god.
After that delicious food, by the way, thank you so much.
I'm glad you
She's
like
an amazing cook, and apparently I found out that there is multiple business owners, so I guess sort of what inspired you to start Little Lagos here?
We don't have a lot of African restaurants around, and people really want to see, want to have the food, want to have a feel of what they have felt back home.
Yeah.
So, like, that's one of the things, we just want to let people feel at home.
Like your mom's cooking kind of
Yeah,
thing?
like home away from home. If
Yeah.
you can have it in your country, we can bring home down here for you. That's kind of
That's
thing.
very lovely.
Well, thank you so much for cooking today.
Thank you,
You know, thanks
for
for experience.
coming around.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
so much.
glad you enjoyed the food.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, guys, I hope you guys also enjoyed today's episode. See you guys next week, and check out Little Lagos and say hi.